Hey everybody, here's part 2 of the Q&A. If you're seeing this, our song One Shot is probably out now, so link in the description to go check that out, please. If you missed part 1 and you want to watch that, we'll put the link in the description, as well as you could click over here.
Isn't that going to be over my face? Rains Falsey asks another wonderful question. How would you describe your music?
Terrible. Fucking garbage.
Sad boy pop.
Sure. But, I think we have a few songs that are a little more upbeat and dancey too. So I don't know. I'd like not to put a label on it. Alrighty. Next question, also asked by a bunch of these beautiful people. What is your biggest motivation?
I got like a deep answer.
Go for it.
When I was around 10 years old, I got diagnosed with a really weird heart condition. Because of that, it changed my life in a lot of ways. I couldn't play sports. I felt less confident in myself. Definitely super depressed as a kid. But then my parents took me to go see an improv show. And I remember that was the first time I had laughed in what felt like years. And so it was at that point that I realized how useful the arts can be, and music just ended up being the best way I could express myself and connect to people.
Yeah, that's a good answer. My biggest motivation is just to be the best songwriter / artist that I could be. It's not competing with anybody else. I just always want to be better, and that always drives me to just push forward. That's about it. I don't know if I should say something deeper. I don't really express my emotions too well while speaking, which is why I make music. So,
a couple people asked this question. If you could tour with any band, who would it be?
BTS. One Direction comeback tour.
Let's
go.
Halsey, I would love to tour with Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey would be sick.
You put on an amazing show.
5 Sauce would be awesome to play with.
Yes.
Pretty much any amazing artist who's down to take us out on tour.
Yeah, straight up, hit us up.
Faith 285-69984 asks, who is older? He's older by a month.
Yeah, actually almost exactly a month.
Almost, yeah.
Almost.
It's 3 weeks or some shit like that.
You are far more mature than me and responsible.
That's debatable.
That's I don't know, man. You definitely have your shit more together than me, I feel.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, we'll see.
Possibly.
Who knows? Awesome question from Lauren in real life, who asks, how long have you been making music individually or as a duo?
Oof, that goes back a long time, since middle school pretty much. So it's been 10 years or something like that, I guess, at this point. It's been a long time. We haven't always been making good music. We were playing guitar and bass and messing around. But yeah, we've been making music together for, I'd say 10 years plus at this point.
Yeah. And even then, we've been making music together for almost just as long, but as a duo with us writing lyrics, writing the music, doing everything, that's only been a couple years, really.
Yeah. And with this project, like we said, it's been less than a year, so it's been 8 or 9 months.
Shotgun Sinners wants to know, very important, what's better, apple juice or orange juice?
I can't decide. Some
orange
days I like
juice. Orange juice.
Some days I like apple juice. Some days I like orange juice.
Juice.
I don't like when people make me pick things.
Orange juice.
Question from our homie Matt Skypus, and he asks, he says, I actually love you guys, and we love you too, Matt. And he says, need a live drummer. If COVID and all that shit ends and we start playing shows again, we absolutely do need a live drummer. So keep in touch.
Question from a few people. What is the future of Keep in Touch? I think that we have goals, we have things that we want to do, but for the immediate future, it's really just pumping out as many songs as we can, putting out content for you guys to enjoy on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Pretty much.
Yeah, making it worth your time to be invested in us.
Next question, favorite songs right now / of all time. I will not answer of all time because that's tough, but favorite songs right now, just the stuff that's been out recently, I think is kind of the freshest in my mind. So Johnny Orlando's Everybody Wants You, that song's really good. Love that song. Fletcher's new EP, awesome.
Bitter just gets me going.
I like the whole EP, it's really good. BTS Dynamite, of course.
Conan Gray's album too. Like,
yeah,
has some
Conan Gray's
amazing
stuff.
songs on it.
I really liked Dua Lipa's album at the beginning of this year. I thought it was pretty much perfect.
Yeah. Blinding Lights,
Good.
awesome.
Yeah, Taylor Swift Folklore was great as well.
Very similar question coming in from Rains Falsey. Again, favorite album of all time.
That's tough. That's tough.
I think for me, it's the album that really got me into music, like got me obsessing over bands and paying attention to like all the music and everything like that, was Appeal to Reason by Rise Against. There was like one of the songs on it, Savior, and it was so catchy. I didn't understand how it made my body so happy just listening to that song. And it was also my like introduction into some of the heavier music, but also a lot of melodic music. So I think that album has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, that's a tough question for me. There's definitely a few. If we're going like childhood stuff, like definitely Meteora by Linkin Park. I think that's a really, really good album. Pretty much a perfect album. More recently though, I really like Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd. I think that's like really, really great album. And I might get hate for this, but I really like Take Care by Drake. I think that whole album is really good. And
Question from Trumpet Smash, is Royal still happening?
no, it is not.
Amazing question from Made J. What does music mean to you?
Oof. It's pretty much my entire life at this point, because there's a lot of things that were put on hold or even just completely dropped for music. So not to like get too serious, but yeah, it is pretty much my entire life at this point, and it's what everything I sacrifice and stuff is because of music. So
Yeah,
much it.
yeah, 100%. And I think like it's also the best way of, I think, expressing ourselves and connecting to other people.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite way, and I've been obsessed with it since I was a kid. I have no idea why. No one in my family plays music or anything, but ever since I was a kid, whenever there was a musical instrument around, I just always would just go to it and try to mess with it. So it's just been something I've been obsessed with for as long as I can remember, and it's shaped my life to literally today.
He's a prodigy.
I don't know about that.
Question from Dizzy Stands. Big venues or small, low-key shows? I mean, I feel like the answer is ultimately both.
Yeah, they're both different. They're both different. There's good things about both.
Yeah. I think like for low-key shows, what I really like about it is that we can directly talk to you one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's the best way to hear how the music makes you guys feel, how it affects you, and it's awesome getting to know you guys.
Yeah, and definitely like we're way more familiar with those. Like we said, because we played in so many bands before, we played a lot of low-key shows, like hundreds and hundreds, and those are always really, really fun. For big shows, we haven't really played too many big shows in our lives, but they seem like they would be really cool. Looks like there's like AC and stuff on stage, which must be nice. Must be nice to have air conditioning and not having to like carry your gear up a bunch of stairs. That seems like it's an upside. But then the energy from the crowd seems like it's just crazy at those big shows. Like, it's just, small shows are nice and intimate, but those big shows, like, I don't know how I'd handle myself being in front of that many people. It's
I think it also just knowing that your music is touching like this many people.
Yeah.
That like this many people care enough about you to go see you. It's kind of like, it's a milestone. It's great to know that people care that much. All right, a lot of people wanted to know this. Favorite TV show?
That's tough. There's quite a few. I'm the type of person that like, there's very few TV shows where I actually sit down and pay attention while I watch. Like, it's been a while since I've done that. One of my favorites that I have done that with was Breaking Bad, but that was like years ago. But I definitely like more comedy-based stuff, and I like to watch shows in the background for the most part. So like, especially over lockdown, I've watched The Office like 5 times already, just since lockdown. Watched Community like 3 times.
Yep. Yeah.
I've watched Trailer Park Boys a bunch.
I think like one really good show that's come out recently is Snowpiercer.
Oh yeah, Snowpiercer's cool.
Yeah, super cool concept. It handles like socioeconomic status really well. Has a super diverse cast. Really great show.
Great. I also watched The 100. It's kind of similar, post-apocalyptic kind of stuff. I like those shows as well. And I like Riverdale. So I don't know if I like Riverdale. I watch Riverdale. And it keeps me watching. I don't know if I like it anymore at this point, but I can't look away. So I'll say I like Riverdale.
Facts.
Cool. Next question from bagel_boys_. They ask, hair care secrets. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to have hair like this. It's a mess all the time. Pretty much nothing, like shampoo, conditioner.
water, conditioner, shampoo.
If anybody does have hair tips, please send them our way because I don't know what to do with this.
No. Bagel Boy asked another question too. Coffee order.
Ooh, coffee order. My coffee order is always the same thing. I don't drink warm coffee. It has to be iced, preferably cold brew or iced Americano. If we must, I'll take an iced coffee, but I like the strong, just black, iced coffee beverages. No warm coffee, no milk, no sugar, just black, iced, cold brew Americano coffee.
Black coffee, hot, 2 sugars.
Ugh. Next question from It Is Nick. And they ask one thing you hate and love about the other. And I hate absolutely everything about this guy.
I was gonna say that too.
And there's absolutely nothing that I love about him.
It's all right. One thing I hate is how affectionate Jad is off camera.
Right.
Immediately just all hugs, wants to hang out. Sweetest guy. It's just annoying, you know? One thing I do love about Jad genuinely is his work ethic. There's no one I know who pursues their dream as hard or as carefully or as thoughtfully as Jad. He spends all of his time researching songwriting tricks, researching who's doing what in the industry, trying to keep in touch with everything happening in the world. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be doing this without him.
That's very sweet of him to say. Yeah, so what I love about him is...
Yeah, I feel pretty shit now.
No, I still stand by it. There's very few things I like about this guy, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. It's genuinely hard to find nice people in the world, and this is one of them right here. So he's definitely a great person.
Nice guy. Ooh, X Revenge on High X asks us, do you like Criminal Minds?
Yes, Criminal Minds is awesome.
I remember like back in high school, I would constantly get referenced to as Spencer.
Right.
Because I was super tall, lanky, I had long hair, and I was really awkward. And I will always stand by that. That will still remain one of the greatest compliments that I've ever received.
Question from Dream in Dali. They ask, wait, are you dyeing the hair or...
Yes, 100%. It's gonna be a rainbow pretty soon, I promise you.
All right, question from a few people just asking, what did we learn/do during quarantine? I got to sleep, which I didn't used to. Definitely got to rest a little bit. I think that's the main thing I learned is like sometimes when you rest, you're more productive than just keep going.
Yeah. In terms of like things we did, I mean, we wrote songs. Like every single day we would either call each other or meet up and just work on new music. So we've got a lot of interesting new things coming your way in the near future. Did we learn anything?
I haven't learned anything in years. Question from Medage. They ask, how do you come up with lyrics?
Again, I think it just starts with a concept or a story.
And usually just a conversation. We sit down and talk, and I feel like the best lines are lines that are specific to your situation, but because, you know, we're humans and we all go through the same things, people take those lines and interpret them the way that would be applied to their life. So I think that's kind of what we try to do, is we try to write specifically about our situation and hope that like the feeling and the emotion is clear enough that you could take it and apply it to yourself.
Yeah, I think like rhyming's the last thing on our mind. We're not trying to look for the rhyme, we're trying to find the narrative.
You find ideas first, and then you can make almost anything fit rhyming wise. Just once you know what you want to say, it's really, sometimes it's tough, but usually you can find a way to word it so that it actually fits the rhyme scheme and the syllable count and everything. But I think having that message first is super important.
A few people have been asking, what's your favorite music genre?
I think definitely my favorite genre is pop music, pop/alternative.
Yeah.
Pop,
But we listen to a bunch of things. Metal.
Yeah, metal, post-hardcore.
Rap,
country. You can find cool things in every genre. There's people doing music excellently in every single genre. And I don't think you should be closed-minded and break music down based on that.
A question coming in from a few people. When do you intend to release an album?
Good question. We actually don't know. We don't have like a specific date in mind. At this moment, we are very focused on just releasing a song every month and keeping the content going. We're still new artists, and we don't expect people to, give us all their time and attention. We also still have to earn that, and it's not something we're entitled to. So I think if we get to a point where a lot of people want an album and you think we did a good job with the songs, then
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
100%.
Question from Rains Falsey. What's your favorite part of what you do? There's a few different favorite parts, I think. Like, I definitely enjoy all of it. It's all part of, it's kind of like a whole big package, and it's all really cool. My, like, favorite part, I think, is definitely writing music. I think that's usually, like, the most fulfilling, I think, is when you come in with nothing and you come out and you have a song idea. That's really awesome. But that being said, playing shows is really fun. Making content's really fun. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that songwriting is the best thing, and seeing, I don't know, the love you guys have been giving the song, giving us, has been astounding. And it's like this moment where we've put out something into the world that's really important to us, and you guys have been supporting it.
And I definitely like going on Twitter and talking to all you guys, so that's also a really good part. Cool. Another question that a few people asked: favorite places to go / places you visited. I haven't traveled too much, but I went to New York City last summer and it was awesome, and I really like New York City. I could see myself living there. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've got family in California, so I went over there to visit them, and like the beaches, the scenery, everything, people were really great. Vancouver too. What about places you would want to go? Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. I mean, I'm down to see new things. I'm down to go anywhere. I don't care.
Yeah, if you want us touring near you, let us know.
Hell yeah. Question. All right. What superpower would you want?
I would want to be able to know where my keys are at all times of the day, because I lose everything really often. So just having like a GPS tracker to know where all of my things are would be super productive.
I think reading people's minds would be really cool. That'd be really it'd be a miserable life, but at least I know what people are thinking. Either that or to just like be able to sing perfectly all the time.
Ooh, yes.
That's I would take that. Cool. Question from Josh, our buddy Josh, and he asks, when are you releasing a music video? And when do you want to shoot a music video, Josh? Because whenever you're down, let's do it.
100%.
Another question from Bagel_boys_. What's the top of your bucket list? Honestly, I never thought about this question. Like, I know people talk about it all the time, but to me, I've always just been focused on working on music, so
we're gonna live forever, so
I just want to keep working on music as long as I can, and I really don't care about much else. That's honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I've got things like I want to publish a book of poetry, or I want to play Rogers Center, but it's not like I'm going to be disappointed if those things don't happen.
Right. And that's all the question, guys. Thank you so much for sending them in. Thank you so much for tuning in. And
just have one shout out we want to give to lovely gem Kate, who says, I just scrolled through all the questions and everyone has so many good ones that I don't know any questions anymore, but I love the idea of shooting a Q&A video.
Thank you.
Lovely gem Kate, you're wonderful, you're lovely. Bye guys.